What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you. Happy second day of the new year. And they promised us this Epstein list. Right now, they're changing the language of it already. It's not a client list. It's not a client list, guys. It's just a list, right? You see all kinds of things trending on Twitter. Epstein's list, Epstein's this. It's like at the end of the day, if they drop a bunch of associates on us, that means nothing. And I want to go, first of all, I want to make this point for my believers. 1 Corinthians 15:33, it tells us how we should not be misled because bad associates, they spoil useful habits, right? Bad apples don't make good apples good. Okay. And I say that to say that I do believe that when it comes to an associate list, that could be individuals that have attended Epstein parties. Obviously, he was known to be this social lit, and I have my opinions about that too. I personally believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an op. He was an establishment op. And his job was to throw these parties so that he can get dirt and he can get collateral on very powerful and influential people. And I think that when people were invited to his house, I don't think that they were very suspecting all the time that they were getting into a scenario where their morality was going to be compromised for the sake of business deals. Right? Because when you have all these powerful business people in entertainment coming and flocking around this weird pervert pedophile guy, they are into the same things that he's into. He is offering them something that they're into, and it's very exclusive. Nobody knows. It's like the Freemasons and all these other sort of Masonic cults where, everybody is in the know, but everybody that, would have an opinion about our evil deeds. And I do personally believe that Jeffrey Epstein sort of propped himself up to be one of those socialists among very powerful people. And he was in it just for the collateral. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was his own narcissistic, fetish to be around a bunch of weirdo people who were also very much into some of probably the same type of satanic things that he was into. Because let's just face it, pedophilia, the desire to be with children, to violate children, that is typically something that is more of a sacrificial thing. When you see powerful people involved with things like that, they are trying to preserve their power in Satan's world. And the only way they can do it is to do horrible things like sacrifice children. This has been going on for centuries. Nothing that is happening right now is new. This has been happening for centuries. There are certain individuals who worship the god, the lower G god, demon god Moloch, which is all about violating children, disrespecting children. And I say this to say that these people are very ritualistic, and Jeffrey Epstein was, I believe, a part of those rituals, but he was also that guy who wanted to be that guy among people. And I think that where Jeffrey Epstein went wrong is that he had all this leverage on these powerful people, and he got to the point where he was beside himself to start blackmailing them. Because there's allegations, or there's stories circulating that Jeffrey, and I think even Bill Gates said it himself, that Jeffrey Epstein tried to bribe him. He tried to extort him, right? Because he wanted him to do some business deal. I don't know what, this eye is itching, but he wanted him to do some business deal, and apparently Bill Gates did not want to do it or whatever, but he was trying to bribe that man. That is out there. And I think that was probably where Jeffrey Epstein sealed his coffin. I think the moment that he started blackmailing Bill Gates was the moment that he saw his fall, right? Because as long as you were just doing what we need you to do, service us up the pizza, the kids, the pandas, right? You do that for us, right? And you're cool. But the minute you start leveraging what we're doing with you against us, that's when you're not cool and you're actually a threat and a liability. And when you look at Jeffrey Epstein and his track record in the legal system in connection with pedophilia, it tells you that there are a lot of judges and lawyers who are very much immersed in that to the point where they will let somebody like that just walk. So Jeffrey Epstein met his lifeline, though, when he started extorting. I think when he started extorting some of these powerful people, that's when they probably came together like, hey, this dude, not worth it anymore. Not worth it. We'll find somebody else that can do this for us, but he got to go. And that's why his ass got locked up. He got prosecuted, and he got 86 in jail. And I think that when you look at the people who might appear in association with Jeffrey Epstein, that becomes very subjective of whether or not you should ridicule those people or not. Because again, if you are somebody who's trying to rise in your career and you're somebody who has ambitions and you're hanging out with all these executive type people and they're saying, hey, let's go out to this party, and you're trying to be in, right? Then, if your inclination is to just be down, right, you may not know that these people are rolling with this pedophile dude. You go to his house, you're like, damn, your house is like a mansion, a little fortress here. You looking at all that, you're not really, if you don't know the dude, right? But it seems like the people who was rolling with like repetitive Jeffrey Epstein, they knew exactly what he did. His name was associated with one thing. And anybody who was powerful that knew that name knew exactly what he was associated with. And so it's going to be interesting, but I think the people are just going to get a bunch of fluff. We're going to see a bunch of fall guy celebrity people who are going to come on the mic and say, I was invited to this party by a friend. I thought we were just hanging out at a celebrity party. I didn't realize that there were other things happening. That's going to be the go-to excuse for a lot of these celebrities. And it's going to be a plausible excuse because, again, if somebody say, hey, I'm a newer celebrity. Hey, come out to this party, fly out here. Will, Jada, all these people, all these big names are going to be here. These are people you're going to want to be in association with, networking with. Of course, you're going to go out there and do it, because you're looking at the business opportunity. You're not looking at the fact that these people may be involved in some weird shit in the back rooms, right? So an associate list is nothing. An associate list is nothing unless these people, saw something, but I would be curious to see how many times any given person on this associate list or this list was actually there. Like if you see like repeat offender 28, 5, 6, 7 times, you know that they were down with that stuff, right? But if you see somebody's name on there and it's just like one time, right? And they got divided, like, I ain't trying to kick it with that, right? And they never win again. I don't know if I'd be really quick to just assume that they were out there violating kids. Or it could have been a ritual moment for them where they had to do something in order for them to get to the next level in their career. And there's so many weird stuff going on out there. I think people are doing a lot of stuff for fame. They're selling out their soul. And selling your soul comes in so many different forms. And I think the worse you do it, the better off you will be. The more wealthier you absolutely will be when you are doing like the absolute worst things to people and human beings, no matter what age they are. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think that he was definitely a setup guy. I think that he was cool to be around as long as he was not extorting these powerful people that were utilizing his services. But the minute he started using the dirt that he was collecting on people as leverage to, get more power and favors, that's when he became problematic and Jeffrey Epstein had to go. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that everybody that's on this list is a pedophile? Do you think everybody on this list knew that Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile? Or do you think that, we should judge the people who based off of their continuous association with this guy, you know, and that's going to be interesting. That's why the flight logs are more important than anything, because the flight logs will tell you who repetitively went and hung out with Jeffrey Epstein on that island or any other subsequent place that he might have been violating children and having gatherings for people to violate children. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I am interested to see how this develops. I don't think we're going to get what we want. I don't think we are going to get what we want. I personally believe that the juicy information that we want is hidden collateral. And I don't think that the public is ever really going to know the bigger names that are on this list, because it would probably be absolutely shocking to multiple industries. So have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.